Create the future of the winner that you know you are. That is what self-love really is.
You always directly approach what you want is the wrong way. Why? Because it is one-sided. You want freedom, face the structure, face the hard discipline. Because if inside this hard structured form, you are able to have the freedom, you feel free inside this hard form, that is the freedom.
I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word.
We really do paint our world with our thoughts.
You can almost create your entire world. Not almost, you actually can.
But we can all do it. That's why we don't realize the power we have.
Yeah, you can see it, you can do it.
That's what we are. We are creators. We are manifestors.
Clarify and define your vision for yourself in the highest possible way that you can see it. Be delusional even. Right at the apex of what your mind believes is possible, maybe push past that even a little bit and define it. And then number 2 is like believe it. And 3 is work towards it.
Do not give in to the lie that none of this matters. Do not give in to the lie that all you're good for is all you're good for. Above all, resist the urge to believe in half-truths someone spoke about you. The logical fallacies that say you messed up this one thing, so you must have messed up everything.
But, you know, I had a couple things in my life that I wanted to accomplish and I didn't get them done. You know, and I know it's not too late, but I kind of like got to that point where it's like, you know, I just can't do it. Like I put forth a valiant effort and I just can't do it. And so he was like, oh, what was one of them? And I was like, what you just said, 100 miles, I wanted to run a marathon. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. You really want to run a marathon? And I was like, in my mind, yeah, you know? So he was like, no, you for real? I said, bro, I'm not as for real as I can be about something that I want to do, but that I didn't do.
Yeah.
You know, so he was like, oh, okay. I just finished speaking. And so I was like, let me check Tim out. And so right after it was over, so he was like, all right, well, if you want to run a marathon, come on. And I was like, what? He's like, come on, let's go get started. We'll do it together. And I was like, okay, bro, like right now? He's like, well, if you want to do it, when would be the best time to do it? And I was like, okay, I guess now.
That if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gulf, sickness or pain or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it.
They thought alone, they prayed alone, just for a moment, just for a season. Nothing wrong with getting together with friends and family and having a corporate construct, but there is an unfair advantage when I can get along with myself and I can talk to myself in the mirror and tell myself, self, you got stuff to do. Self, you have things to become. Self, there are ways you have to go about this, and you need to be flexible, you need to be agile. Is God first in my house or nothing else? And we start to establish our values and we start to understand ourselves and what makes us tick. Everybody doesn't need to know all the moving parts and the pain and the tears and the sacrifices that you have made. Just show up on stage and win, and after you win, then you can talk about how you won. If your dream only requires you, then it's not big enough. It starts with you, but it doesn't end with you. Your team is coming. Drop it in the comments, man. My team is coming, but it starts with me. My team is coming, but it starts with me.
If you don't start changing your work ethic and your work habits and your inner relations, you can't change your wisdom unless you change your input, because the problem is the pattern.
Whatever's going on is your fault. It's your fault. Accept that, own it, and then deal with it.
Every decision that you make has consequences. Are you making yourself better? Or are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Every little decision you make counts.
And most people will not be successful. They will not reach whatever they wrote because when there's not anything emotionally attached to it, they're going to quit and give up.